The Elder Scrolls, the lore of a generation, a series that spans millennia, and at least at some point, us gamers have played one or another game from this series. Today, we are gonna have a look into all we know of the upcoming game Elder Scrolls 6. Location. Based on general consensus, the most possible locations for the game to be will be Iraq or Hammerfell, being Hammerfell the best candidate at this point. It's a reasonable thing to guess that possibly Iraq will be part of the game, adding to the spectacular of the Starfield trailer from E3 that included a possible Elder Scrolls teaser. There's a very small scratch on the interior of one of the spaceships that looks suspicious to the map of Iraq. So, since Todd Howard already said that there are a lot of Easter eggs already and that there are a lot of evidence for Elder Scrolls 6 spread around, a lot of people in the community think that Iraq would be one of the places of the game. We actually here have a different theory, but let's go to the other place. So about Hammerfell. Hammerfell, to us, seems to be one of the best candidates, but we also believe that will not be the only province in this game. There is a New Year's post of Bethesda at the very end of 2020 where Hammerfell is another possible destination. No one is quite sure if the image posted is really a clue about Elder Scrolls 6, but based on the candles and the position of the candles, there's one candle that's exactly on top of Hammerfell. For us here, our best clue is that most probably, or in this case, maybe, a mix of both of all the two regions will be part of the game. We don't know for sure, but the entire region of the Eldritch Ocean has lots of possibilities for even further DLCs and expansions. So our best guess is that most possibly the Elder Scrolls 6 will have possibly Iraq, Hammerfell, and along the way of expansions possibly we'll see Somerset Isles or even Yukunda. We don't know yet, but this would be a very interesting location to set our game, just based on the possibilities of cheap traveling between each locations on all the islands this Eldritch Ocean has to offer, and of course on the development of the story. We are basing this on that games nowadays tend to be bigger and bigger, given bigger footprints, so that they have space to develop new things for the game. So yeah, that's our best guess at this moment, but we strongly believe that possibly it will be a mix between Hammerfell and Iraq, or even both. The lore. In terms of the lore of the game, or what to expect of the game, we know that Hammerfell, once known as Hagatot, the Deadland or Deadlands, and Voafell is a province of the Red Republic, in the west of Tamriel, bordering Skyrim, Cyrodiil, and Iraq. This province is made of beaches, jungles, grasslands, mountains, with the northern corner taken up by the Alcritz Desert. It is inhabited by a human race of Red Guards who fled from Tamriel after their home, Yukunda, was partly sunken. So, Hammerfell, although is a predominantly urban and maritime province, has a lot to offer about all this story about the Red Guards, possibly then adding the DLC of Yukunda as we already stated. So this will open a lot of possibilities for game history, game story, for character and lore development. Of course, let's not forget Iraq, which we also mentioned, which is a province on the northwestern part of Tamriel. Most of the province is inhabited by the Bretons, who have divided the province into multiple Breton city-states and minor kingdoms. Iraq has also easterly contained Orsinian, the city-state of the Orcs. Iraq encompasses the many lands and clans of the Great and Veteran, the Dallas Isles, the Bojul River tribes, and by tradition, the Western Reach. So Iraq, with all this lore about the Orcs, Orsinian, and of course the Bretons, who could also be a good place to start. It would be very interesting to see what the history of the game is, but at this point, it's a very tough nut to crack. But if these locations are to be taken into account, and we'll see ships for these locations for sure. We'll think part of the game history can be related with the influence of the merchant cities, possibly from Hammerfell. Some kind of civil war between them can also be a possibility, and even some kind of invasion from Ukunda. We don't know, and we need to defend Hammerfell in the process. But at the same place, maybe this doesn't make a lot of sense. We'll see. Lots of possibilities, and stating anyone at this point would be a big risk. So we'll keep ourselves for the facts for now, basing ourselves that the game will be set possibly in a mix of IROC and Hammerfell. That will be already a big setting with a lot of possibilities for the lore. Game engine. In 2021, while interviewing Todd Howard, he confirmed that the design phase of the game was starting. The game technology at that point would be possibly some kind of similar to what Starfield came out with, but we are almost sure that the game engine that will be used is their proprietary engine, Creation Engine 2, or possibly a variation of it. We hope that is a variation of it, because based on what we saw on Starfield, or at least that they take time to polish the game came out with a lot of compatibility issues and a lot of problems in terms of hardware compatibility. So we hope that they improve on that and make the game a lot better. Release date. And now we come to what can be possibly the worst news I have to give you guys. The release date. Todd Howard made a blessing and a curse of announcing Elder Scrolls 6 at E3 in 2018. It has been quite some time so far, but based on what we know, we're gonna come down to this timeline. In E3 2019, I think everyone should be very patient, said Todd Howard to IGN. Then once again in 2020, Pete Hines stated the following: "If you are coming at me for details now and not years from now, I'm failing to properly manage your expectations." Then in 2021, again in E3, Todd Howard said in a small interview, "It's good to think of the Elder Scrolls 6 as still being in the design phase." 1 year later, again, Todd Howard for an IGN interview saying that Bethesda games take a while. "I wish they came out faster, I really do. We are trying as hard as we can, but we want them to be the best as they can be for everybody." So they were managing a lot of expectation. Then in June 2023, Phil Spencer stated that the game, or this sequel, is likely 5+ years away. When asked again on August, in an interview, Todd Howard said, "I don't know, I probably would have announced it more casually," when talking about, of course, the announcement of Elder Scrolls 6 in 2018. So, based on this, our best expectation is that the game is 5 years away, possibly a little bit even later. Our guess here is that the game will come out somewhere between the end of 2028 and the beginning of 2029. I hoped that I had better news for you guys. We here at the channel are big fans of the Elder Scrolls series. We have been playing since Morrowind came out. It has a game that has branded us with all the knowledge of gaming and a love for RPGs. So we were deeply expecting that the game would come sooner, but Starfield just came out and possibly they are already working. And they confirmed that they are already working on Elder Scrolls 6. So our best guess as of now is to wait patiently, play other games, and of course, keep having a look into the channel. And into that, guys, I thank you a lot for watching this video. I thank you a lot for keeping up with the channel. I wanted to do something different, something a little bit more well done this week. So yeah, here you have it. My investigation paid out, and I hope that I gave you guys new information, that the one that you were expecting. Of course, there's some things here that I'm just basing myself on luck. So yeah, this is it, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. If you aren't a subscriber of the channel yet, consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. It would mean the world to me. And yeah, guys, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you again on the next one.